Eat, sleep, NASCAR. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of
Eat, Sleep, NASCAR.
Very Good. My name is Mike Puccio, and this is
TJ Puccio.
Yes. Do you always wear your hat like that?
No, I'm BJ McClown it right now. Leave me alone.
Okay. On this episode of it's your cue.
I don't know.
Eat or podcast.
How many times am I going to say that?
I'm just gonna. That's my new thing now. I'm just gonna do right with you.
Yeah, randomly do a video.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say Eat, Sleep, NASCAR.
Okay, very good. On the second episode of Eat, Sleep, NASCAR, we are going to talk about the Clash, the expedition race at the
Crash.
The Clash.
It's the Crash.
Technically, yeah, for 16 cautions, but we're going to talk about the Clash at the LA Colosseum. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, which is the preseason and the predictions of the playoffs. Terrible. This is our second time doing it, and now we are sitting on a couch.
Comfy.
And we have a bunch of old t-shirts behind us, and TJ's iPad is asleep, so now you don't know what the name of the podcast is.
Sweet. Baby Jesus.
It's okay.
Well,
that'll work.
Now.
So, we finally got some real racing. Well, we got the new season kicked off.
Yeah.
By a fake race at the LA Coliseum. And I wrote down, I forgot how much I effing miss NASCAR. Mom said not to curse so much, so I'm trying not to curse as much.
I fucking miss NASCAR too.
I enjoyed every minute of this. Every minute of it. I love the short tracks. Now, the idea of the short tracks. Because last year, on my own opinion with it, because they only have one car to bring. It was a new car, and they were worried about it. They didn't drive as aggressive. This time, they did not give a living shit.
You should have just said it.
Poop? I should have said poop.
Yep.
Keep it PG?
PG for kids.
I don't care. So,
under 12.
They were bumping. I would say they were bump racing, but I don't think that was called bump racing. I think it was slam the guy's ass as hard as you can and get him out of the way.
It was total bumper cars out there.
It was amazing.
It was bumper cars.
Yes. Everyone was getting pissy and moany, and I loved it.
No one showed up.
So I had to inform TJ here that the LA Coliseum holds over 77,000 seats. And Madison Square Garden holds about under 20,000. So he's not too happy about the heat races, which isn't the main event.
How do you not show up? There's 6 heat races before the actual main event, and everyone shows up at the main event. Why wouldn't you just show up to the heat races? That's good racing.
Some people don't want to be out all fucking day. It started at 5 in the race. I was watching from 5 to 11:30. Some people get lives. Maybe they said, you know what, I can only do 8.
I could be at a racetrack from 6 in the morning.
You can do that, but there are a lot of college kids there too. From
it's a one-time
Where's
event.
that? Where's the college?
It's a no points race. You know what I say?
SFU?
Next year, put some dirt on it.
No.
Hell yeah. Make that a points race. The Clash. Dirt?
Dirt?
On the Coliseum?
Nah, bro.
How dirty people would get?
Let them go to that place where Tony Stewart has owned. What is that called?
Not a good market.
El Dorado?
I don't think it's a good market.
Not El Dorado.
I don't even know where it is.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's El Dorado.
Something like
Eldora.
Yeah.
Eldora.
I don't think that's.
It should change it to El Dorado. That seems pretty nice.
So before we get started with the race, let's talk about before the race and news that Eat Sleep NASCAR has posted and other stuff that came up during the week before we start getting to the actual race. So, anything interesting happened this week?
Jimmy Johnson announced that he's going to the Chicago street race.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to make that a points race, but
they make that a points race. It's a points race.
That should be the Clash.
They took
do street races throughout all America every year at a different market.
Maybe.
Go to New York City, hit every road bump, pothole.
Just leave it there.
Leave dented rims and stuff.
Like an old Atlanta race where it's just like, yeah, that bump is there. Just that's where it is.
No, I think it was cool. I didn't even you didn't really notice the mufflers.
They were on?
Yeah, you didn't notice the muffler.
I didn't even know they were on. They were testing them.
Nah, they put mufflers on.
What other news is going on? We're in news, buddy.
Oh, we're on news?
Yeah.
Kyle Busch, whatever. Leave him alone.
Do you want to talk about that?
Nope. Leave Kyle Busch alone.
Do you want to talk about how he got a gun charge in Mexico?
Just leave him alone, but I mean,
you're the one that posted it.
Oh, I did.
So what happened? Maybe someone doesn't know.
Apparently, he took a private plane, left a handgun in his bag, and went to Mexico, and they found it. And they gave him 3.5 years in jail and a fine of $1,100. And I'm pretty sure he paid the fine of $1,100, and they let him go.
It was either that many years or
supposed
pay.
To serve 3.5.
So does he have a warrant out in Mexico
I
now?
don't know.
Is Mexico going to hunt down Kyle Busch?
Know.
I mean, it's pretty easy to find him if you go to Daytona in 2 weeks. He might be there.
Yeah, he might be there.
His schedule is hard.
Make sure you look for the 18.
Yeah. There's no 18.
I know.
That's funny. All right. Anything else?
Zane Smith announced Front Rows Motorsports announced that Zane Smith is driving the 38 and the 36. He'll drive the 36 at Daytona and the 38 6 other times. So that means Todd Gilliland will not be full-time anymore. I'm kind of shocked.
Which they told him after the clash.
Yeah, you tell him after the fact. Or they could have told him beforehand.
No, he announced it. He was surprised by he was like, it's not
maybe
really
they
ideal.
said wait for the announcement. You don't really know what happens behind closed doors.
That's true.
But
he was actually doing okay. I heard his name a couple times.
I'm just like, why don't you just run the 36 as a third car?
Because you got to race him in. It's not a charter, and it's not
It
guaranteed.
doesn't matter if it's Daytona. Yes, I get it. You have to race in. The other races, there's usually only other 36
Or the
people.
sponsorship isn't there for all the races. So they're going to have a black car or a white car on you don't have those anymore.
Yeah, but you're going to have the 38 sponsorship that's sponsoring Todd Gilliland, but then they're going to switch over to Zane
because
Smith.
it's the 38, not the driver. Not the driver.
He has his own sponsorship.
It's the car.
I'm telling you right now, he has his own.
Well, guess what? Zane Smith is going to be the new
It's
38
ridiculous.
next year.
Just imagine you're like Alex
Didn't
Bowman.
Zane Smith win the
dude?
truck?
How about last week talking smack about Alex Bowman? That dude was up there in the heat races a lot.
Yeah, I told you.
And
he had to show something. It's a fucking contract year.
Put some respect on it. You know?
Oh, I know. Yes.
Martin Truex.
So we have a very close friend named CJ, and he was not
I don't even know his middle name.
He was not. He was not happy that we not give love to 19 during our predictions for the 2023 playoff picks.
Could be Joe.
I'm not going to announce it on here.
No, you don't have to.
I'm not going to.
The playoff picks, and he said that we did not respect.
No love.
Gave no love to Martin Truex.
And then Martin Truex showed up.
And won.
He was like, "Yo, where's
now
my
we
respect?"
had to give him some respect. Give him some respect.
And he was probably hands down the fastest car and the best car on the track. Period. On that and during that race, and Heath. Period.
Yeah.
All right. So, moving on from news and random talk about the race that we're not sure. We're supposed to go in sections.
Oh, you forgot to talk about
practice.
Cobb.
What?
Practice.
We
talk about practice.
Oh God. What are we gonna talk about? We're gonna bring up what? We're gonna talk about Kyle Busch.
Oh, you. If Kyle Busch wins or something like Kevin Harvick. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Okay,
Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
Busch,
a fan will win $2 million.
That's a good deal, right there.
While I drink a Miller Lite, and I'll tell you that about Busch.
Maybe we should start bringing some Busch here. It's not like we have to. That's not like they're sponsoring us. We give this crap. Where's the 4 going after this year?
Who's taking over the 4?
No, where's Kevin Harvick going next year?
Oh, Kevin Harvick's going to be an announcer for Fox Sports next year in the Cup Series.
Look at that. So that means during the season,
you're going to have Clint Boyer,
Mike Joy.
You're going to have serious Kevin Harvick,
and
then you're going to have Mike Joy,
who's like an encyclopedia. That man knows
everything.
Did you hear him?
Everything.
I was like, where is he going with this?
That dude knows.
I was very impressed by him during that race.
He knows his shit.
They should keep doing that. Just keep poking him. It spit out the craziest things. I couldn't even understand half the things he said, but it was like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
something about Clint Boyer's cousins, and then like something where he brought it back to where Jeff Gordon was like a rookie. I'm like, what the hell did he just say?
Yeah.
Very entertaining. So practice. The only thing we could talk about practice. What was practice? Friday or Saturday?
Practice was on Saturday.
The 16 get into the 14. How was that? That was a cool little first little preview of how the race was going to be.
Oh yeah, they were.
So what happened first?
Bumping.
The 14 got aggressive.
I'm pretty sure the 14 tried to cut under.
Yes.
Or under AJ, and AJ didn't like that. Yeah. So AJ put him in the wall.
Yeah.
And
I liked it. And Tony Stewart was in the booth going, well, yep, 8-16 put his he said he told what he really felt right there. Like he couldn't defend it because he knew that it was like, I would have done it too.
Yeah.
Were
you surprised that Justin Haley had the fastest car qualifying? Were you shocked?
Shocked? Yeah, but not like super surprised.
I didn't know he was good on short tracks like that. So he might be good at Bristol and Martin.
I don't know if I want to put too much weight in that because the only thing I can think of is maybe, just maybe, he had the right tire pressure and the track was at the right time. Because that was the biggest thing too. Yeah. There was way too much grip at first.
He didn't show anything in the end.
Correct. And it was right after practice, so the grip was on the track. Yeah. So he might have gotten a really good time just based on chance. Because the 24, the 8, and the 20 were pretty good too during the race. The 31 didn't do shit during the race.
It's weird seeing Kyle in an 8 car, right?
I'm okay with it.
It's kind of weird.
I do like they changed the 8.
I like that he's like, I don't know. I think of like Tyler Reddick, but then I'm like,
yeah, but Junior was 8 forever too.
Yeah, but that's forever ago. Right now, if you saw 8 or 88, you would associate 88 with Dale Jr. over
That's
the
true.
8.
That's true.
Even though Dale Jarrett should be associated with the 88 since he won a championship with it.
And he should have drove the truck.
He should have drove the truck. Speaking of UPS.
All right, so now we're getting to the after qualifier, we had the 5 o'clock where TJ said no one was in the stands, which whatever.
No one was there.
It's probably 20,000 people
there. Heat race 1, no one's there.
Yeah, it's like I said, 70,000 people could fit there. 20,000 probably looked empty.
Yeah.
20,000.
So heat race 1, we got Eric Almirola.
Yeah.
Almirola. Alex Bowman, yep. Justin Haley, and Noah Gregson making it.
They moved on.
The 42 spun to 21.
Pretty aggressive.
They did have a fist fight at one time. Back in the day. They remember?
I forgot about that.
So, I don't know.
During that broadcast, there were a lot of comments of like low grip and unknown tire pressure. So on that note, the teammates after the heat 1, 2, and 3 were better and 4 because they figured out, hey, I was at this tire pressure. I couldn't move for shit. Yeah. Go to that tire pressure. No, the teammates were giving each other points, which is cool because we don't really get a lot of heat races in NASCAR. Now, local here in Jersey in the South,
go to Wall
New
Speedway,
England, New Egypt. You
get
a lot of those.
They just redid their track.
They did.
They did some of the facility. They said there's a big noticeable change when you walk in. New Egypt. It's a dirt track.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I haven't been there.
I love going there.
I have to go this year when it's warmer because I'm not going out now. It's fucking freezing.
They're not open right now.
Oh, good.
They're redoing the track.
All right, heat 2.
We got Martin Truex.
Where's my respect?
Yeah, where's my
That's his name now, Mr. Respect.
Mr. Respect.
Mr. Respect. Give me my respect.
Yo, he was mad last year, and he's mad. He didn't win last year. He's like, you know what?
I told you guys
I'm coming back one more year.
CJ was right.
He got unfinished business.
Now, before this, TJ and I went over the list of like the heat races, and I told him this is the best one.
Yeah.
With all the champions and all the winners, this was a
very good. I
did hear
them. The announcers, what was it? Tony Stewart said something like that. This is the best one because there was 5 different Cup drivers.
Thank you.
Cup champions that were in it. All right.
Me and Tony are thinking of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So the 19 won that one. The 8, the 3, the 5, and the 4 made it in. Now let's talk about that. The 4 bumped my boy and did a very good veteran move to get around 2 cars to
That's just old wounds.
Old
wounds. That's old wounds. I
got to give it a 4.
Your last year, you see Chase Elliott in front of you. You see that Napa car. You hitting it.
Listen, he did it. That move was. I watched the TV. I was like, I yelled. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, damn it. But it was a very good move. I had to give it to him. Would you like another?
Yeah.
Another beverage?
Can I have another?
Do you want to talk about the 8 and the 9 going after each other? 8, 9, 19 going after each other? Old teammates? Remember that?
I think that was just, it wasn't
Aggressiveness?
I don't think it was. Because you saw them afterwards when they were on the podium.
It goes after the race.
I think Kyle grabbed his butt or something like that.
Oh, he grabbed behind his. I saw that. Yeah. I tried to write that down. Yeah.
Like
So they're walking up. I don't think Kyle Busch sees the camera.
Yeah.
And Kyle Busch goes in between back of Truex's pants and it almost gives like a little like tickle.
Yeah, I don't think.
And Truex turned around. What do you?
I think some of the people knew that they can't be. You can't be mad at everyone because you don't really know who the fuck's hitting. I mean, the heat races, you kind of know who the fuck's hitting.
Not really though. The heat races, but then it
got to there's only 6 cars. You know who the fuck.
But it got to a point where like the 1 hit the 2, the 2 hit the 3, the 3 hit the 5, and the 5 spun. Then the 5's blaming the 2 or the 3.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, can we look at the camera? Like I heard a couple times of Radioactive.
Larson's
like,
quiet.
He was quiet this week.
Quiet. They didn't really cover him at all.
Yeah, but even Hendrick's cars weren't that good this week.
They weren't. Oh no,
not really.
No.
Alex
Bowman was good.
Correction. Not as aggressive as the rest of them.
Well, they fell off later on.
Well, 9 got all beat up shit too.
He did.
I'm so mad. I'm not mad, but whatever. I knew he was not gonna do so high with it.
All right, Heat 3, we had Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, and Daniel Suarez.
Mm-hmm. The 6 and the 9 went after each other, and then the 6. I'm sorry, correction. The 6 and the 9 went after each other.
I think it's just like that the track's so small, you kind of have to bump somebody out of the way.
I think that's what they said in the booth. It was because the way the track is, this is the only way. Now,
well, it was kind of like
when I wrote down
clip.
I would write and I write down bump and go, like Churchill bump and go, like Martinsville and back in the day. But Tony Stewart was like, it's not bump and go. I think he said, not quoting here, but bump hard and go. Like these cars, you have to hit them. Like you try to little tap, it won't go nowhere.
Yeah, but remember last year
you have to lay into them.
When Ty Gibbs slammed into the back of Eric Jones, and Eric Jones sent out a tweet at like 3 a.m. and said, "Don't you ever hit me in the back."
3 o'clock
in the morning.
Never
mad
good
as hell. Don't you ever do that?
Never. Tough, aggressive driving, but that's because it was an expedition race. It wasn't worth anything besides a trophy. It's stupid medal. We'll talk about that later. And then some money. Yeah, so
I don't think they won anything.
Yeah, they won money. Logano talked about he got money.
Oh.
It might be enough to get the crew.
I didn't win any money.
What?
I didn't win any money.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I lost money.
Oh. On what? On the betting?
Just watching it.
Oh, I put money on my boy 20. I put money on the 24 and fucking.
You put money on Jeff Gordon?
No, he's not racing.
He said 24.
And who's the 24 there, buddy?
William Byron?
Correct.
You put money on the Will Byron?
I picked him. He was up there.
Okay.
CJ put.
All right, Heat 4, we have William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Ryan Preece,
dude,
and Eric Jones.
I think I found it. He might be my new like last year. I would say. All right,
I get it.
Ross Chastain was my new favorite driver. Like new driver. I like.
Racer,
I like Ryan Preece.
He's
correct.
He's a short track racer.
You're 100%.
You expect him to be up there.
His background of short track showed up hard.
I think he did really good, and
he might have got too aggressive too fast.
I just think that don't like just you got to see him on other tracks. That's not even a real track.
A quarter mile.
It's but that's your traditional. It's like racing at Wall. I mean, nothing against Wall. It's just a small track where you're not really gonna pass. You gotta hit everyone. He just knew how to race that round. Just like Martin Truex, he used to race that Wall. He knows how to work around that little track.
Well, all those cautions have Martin Truex out too.
I know.
There. Where are we at now?
We're at last chance qualifiers. We have Michael McDowell.
Mm-hmm.
We got Christopher Bell.
He was aggressive the whole time.
Todd Gilliland.
Yeah, so was Gilliland. Gilliland did a good job.
Who made it in? Yeah. And then qualifier 2, you got Chase Elliott.
My boy.
You got Ty Gibbs.
He almost
and then you got
almost,
AJ.
That was a good. That was the last one was pretty good.
Yeah,
They were coming. They were
they're
definitely
good. It sucks that like RFK, both cars, you come into the event, you get sent home.
Yeah, but what happened last year at Daytona?
Wood Brothers got sent home.
Yeah, but what happened last year at Daytona?
I get that, but you want to be in the LA market and you want exposure, and you didn't make the Clash last year. Both your cars didn't make it, and you don't make it this year.
They didn't make it last year?
No. 2 years in a row. So,
all right,
that's gotta hurt.
Let's get into the race. All right, the race started at 8:00, so we had like an hour after the heat races.
Yeah.
Let's start with not the whole race. I just popped in my head the introductions. So last year, wait.
So can I go into it?
Wait, I got it.
Please.
All right. Yes. Last year, they announced every single driver name by name, and then they had to walk all the way down the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember.
And almost like movie. It was almost the steps like movie theaters. It was like every other step. It looked like, and they were like, you just see people like having a hard time, like, hey, and trying to like, not fall. Right. This year they had a platform, and they announced the teams of the drivers.
They still announced the drivers.
Or they did, but did you or did you not realize when they announced that actor? What's his name?
Joe McHale.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Did he? He did all right. He did all right. All right. You anyway.
Just wait.
They announced Hendrick Sports.
Yeah. Hendrick Sports.
Hendrick Racing, whatever. Hendrick Motorsports. Right.
All right.
They forgot William Byron. They didn't say William Byron's name, and then Chase and then Alex Bowman were like, I guess you're not, like they whispered to him. I'm guessing they go, I guess you're not racing.
Dude, all right, so what I got from it is this dude came out there, right? They said that Joe McHale's out there, and he said, I'm going to do the most favorite thing that I've ever wanted to do. Scream race car drivers' names. And like he did not, I felt like it was just a terrible host. Because he seemed like he did not care.
Host or announcer?
Announcer, you're like the host. You're announcing.
He's just announcing it.
The host.
Yeah, but what's his name doing the, are you ready to rumble? He's not the host. He's just a fucking ring announcer.
Yeah, but you're announcing.
He's not a host. No, he's not a host.
Why not?
Oh, okay. You're going to reference of like going to a restaurant.
He's the who else would be the host?
You're going to
who else would be the host?
Your reference is coming from hostess from the restaurant, like someone walking you into the restaurant.
I'm talking about a hostess.
That's the same premise you're going off of.
Talking about Joe McHale was like
an announcer.
It was so bad. They should have got someone else.
It was pretty rough.
He did not want to do it.
Well, he definitely read a script and was like, who the hell is AJ? I don't want to say his last name.
Like, yo, why did we have him up there? You made it look like it was dumb.
It's fake. It was fake.
He's not. He doesn't know. It was like a knockoff WWE announcement.
He did not.
And he was just like, yay, I'm going to get to announce some NASCAR drivers.
He didn't know who was on the fucking stage.
Why? Like, can we be excited about this? This is supposed to be your opening to the season. This should be exciting.
Well,
get someone in. Get a country star or someone that someone's going to give a fuck.
All right, so why?
Put me in there.
Ready for this? Critical thinking here. You ready?
Critical thinking.
Ready?
Okay.
Or give me an educated
critical
guess.
Thinking with Mike.
Yes. Why did they give him the opportunity to do that?
Because he has some animal show that's on
Animal Control.
Corey LaJoy
on.
I think Discover.
It's not real.
Animal Control is not a real.
It's not a real show.
It's a real show.
Meaning like it's not real. It's not reality. It's a
TV show.
Yes.
No, it's a TV show. It's on Corey LaJoy's car on Discovery or something like that. Or ABC.
No, Fox.
All right.
So Fox gave the actor. It's not a real show.
Fox.
You understand what I'm saying by real show?
What?
Like it's not reality. It's not like Deadliest Catcher. Like actually catching. They're not catching real animals. It's like Reno 911. It's like staged. It's an acting. It's like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I don't know. They should have had somebody that actually cared. I did not like it when I heard him say, "Yay, I get to announce NASCAR drivers."
He does the Batman. He does the
oh
Batman
wow,
voice.
this dude is so funny.
He's Lego Batman.
He's not Lego Batman.
No, he's from Community.
He is not Lego
He's
Batman.
not, what's his name?
Lego
He looks like
Batman.
him.
No, he doesn't. Lego Batman is Will something from like SNL.
Oh, he does Legos too. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
Anyway, why are we talking about Batman, dude? Should be talking about the halftime concert. How did you feel about Cypress Hill in pregame?
Wait, what?
Cypress Hill, they played?
Yeah, but you just asked me about the halftime concert.
We're talking about Cypress Hill real quick.
So we're talking about the pregame.
I want to give Cypress Hill some respect.
Okay, so what's the question to me?
How did you feel about their music in the beginning?
Cypress Hill? Yeah, it's fine.
All right,
LA.
next. You know who they are?
Yes.
So you want to be a rock superstar, live large?
Yeah, I'm
big house,
insane in the
5
membrane.
cars?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, insane. Yeah, insane the membrane. Okay, how did you feel about Wiz Khalifa?
The first 2 songs I had no idea, and then a couple of them I got. It was like,
Never
that's
heard
him?
Work Hard? Work hard.
I know.
Play hard.
I remember Black and Yellow. That was like, oh, Black and Yellow.
You're like, oh, Pittsburgh Steelers, yay!
I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, probably. I was like, oh, okay. It was
I mean,
all right.
He's from Pittsburgh.
I don't think he was having a great time there. He seemed like he was.
He seemed like he didn't want to be there. The same thing
you
as
see
Joe McHale.
Did you hear the interview before him?
Yeah, he said it's about to be smoky. And he said,
give a lot of gas.
yeah, we're gonna give it a lot of gas.
He was like smoking it up.
I thought that was funny.
That was funny. What was your favorite car scheme of the race?
Favorite car scheme? I don't know. They all had basic schemes.
Well, give me one.
Give you one? Well, I'm going to give it to my boy Noah Gregson.
Why? I don't even remember what it was.
Sundance or something
Was it a brown? I don't.
It
was lame. Give me a better one. It was so lame. It was nothing. I cannot even.
Lame.
What about the 11? Supercuts. He's always in the FedEx. That's a rarity.
Terrible.
It's a rarity.
I don't like it.
All right.
I don't like when he's in different.
Let me think of something.
I like him. I like how Denny Hamlin has had the same sponsor for, it's cool to see that.
I like the 20.
The 20?
I like the interstate battery car. I think it's super cool.
It's confusing.
I don't care.
How are you going to put the interstate battery on every number? I bought the 18. What are you looking for? The 18?
Yeah, I have it right here. I have the interstate battery.
No, it looks just like it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow.
Then last year the Truex did it. I was like, yes, it's awesome.
I did not like that.
I liked it.
No.
It's better than the 40. I don't even remember what the 42 looked like.
It was like
not
blue
memorable.
And grayish.
Yeah. It wasn't great though. All right, whatever. That was your opinion, so you can have that.
Whatever. I don't really remember.
We could bring back on the note we had here, which we already talked about. The 41. What a way to show off the top of the season, beginning of the season right there. Everyone forgot about.
Dude, he looked fast out there.
Everyone forgot about what's his name?
Who?
Cole Custer. Immediately, 41, Ryan Preece. They were yapping about Ryan Preece.
All right, so remember 2 years ago when he was with J.D. Doherty and he was in the 37 and he had the Beans car. He had the baked beans. Busch baked beans.
Is that what it is? Why is everything Busch?
Busch baked beans car.
Is that what it really is?
Yeah.
Why is everything Busch? Busch beer, Busch baked beans.
Did you notice that in the standings when they were saying what drivers where they were? Where the drivers were? They had KY Busch.
Yeah, but there's no Kurt, so why
there's no Kurt? Why they could have just put Busch?
Because they use the same graphics as last year. Dude, the Fox graphics, I'm tired of those. They did it in the NFL. They did it for baseball.
Denny Hamlin said it best.
Superhero crap, get rid of it. Just give me real pictures. Or go back to the live one.
How about
like this?
How about Gwen Stefani and Clint Boyer?
I wrote down Gwen. You know what I wrote about Gwen Stefani?
What'd you find?
She was wearing my army pants, bro. She was wearing legitimate OCP pants. She was wearing my uniform pants on. And she looks okay for being how old?
I don't know. She's got to be the same age as
Hey,
Madonna.
Siri. How old is Gwen Stefani? That lady's 53 years old, bro. Are you kidding me?
That's a spare car for Rick Ware.
What?
Rick Ware, if they have a third charter.
Oh, I thought you said Gwen Stefani. I thought you said Gwen Stefani was a spare car for Rick Ware.
She's a person.
Yeah, I don't know where that insult was coming from, but yeah. What?
I didn't say she was a car.
Oh.
Anyway.
She's 53. Jesus.
They were hitting a lot out there.
Yeah.
They were
there was no fucks happening.
Dude, there was no fucks given out there.
Did you hear about? Did you
all
hear?
right, so I
ahead.
saw one thing where I forget who it was. It was Bubba Walls and somebody, and Bubba like hit him back with the car, and I was thinking
The
like,
11
no,
or the 3.
It was the 3. It was Austin Dillon.
It was like 3
Him-
laps left.
3 last night, and he went after him with the car, and I'm like, didn't you learn your
3
lesson
versus
when
5.
you did it to fucking?
Yeah, but that's okay because they're going 20 miles an hour.
It's not okay.
They were, dude.
They
when
they
did it with
they
100
suspended him because he used his car as like a
at
weapon.
what speed?
All right, regardless if it's that or yeah, but all right. So you're saying last year, I think it was the Clash when Kyle Larson took out Justin Haley and put him in the wall, and then Bubba Wallace did the same thing to him, and then everyone forgot about Kyle Larson doing it to Justin Haley.
I didn't forget about it.
I remember that shit last year. It might have been a
Did you hear
different
about
track, but
did you hear about the new chassis they did?
yeah.
So the whole like concussions from Kurt Busch and
Yeah, but
Alex Bowman, they
still said
reinforced.
they
You're right. I know.
didn't.
It didn't.
Danny
make,
Hamlin said it didn't change.
Yeah, it still
anything.
jarred it, but it wasn't. He's saying that because he wants more, which I get, and I'm not in the car to judge it at all.
Well, I mean, they're all
But they did
slamming each other out
correct,
there.
correct.
And it's not like the guy behind you; it's the guy behind that guy.
Yeah, and I think once it's a hard impact, the car will give way, and the pressure will not be as much as on the drivers.
Yeah,
that's the idea. They made a back end where it was like 3 bars up. They eliminate the 3 bars and made the bar into a triangle. So when a back end gets hit, it just collapsed automatically. It's almost like it's a purpose cut.
Well, they got to figure it out.
The cutout was cool when they did that finally, which I was like, oh, that's awesome. You see the 10 not figure? He's so bad. You hear about the 10? He was behind the pace car, and they didn't tell him about the choose lane, and he just didn't. He didn't do it.
So he went.
Beat. So the inside for the 90% of the race was the key. Except the 8 figured it out. Kyle Busch figured out the outside, and he was running out there.
Kyle looked good.
Yeah. So the 10 forgot about the pace car. Didn't let the 10 know. He did the outside, and I forget who did the inside. I think it was Bubba, or maybe someone else, or maybe Truex. And he lost the outside. Remember the 11 was up top, and the 11 was like, bye. Everyone was like, see ya. He couldn't sneak in. He got all the way down to like 14th, and he got spun out. He was like, oh, my day's done.
Yeah.
And then the 23 spun out his own boss. Great.
Are you gonna be mad at him?
Okay. You want to talk about Mad? Let me talk about Mad here. Okay, I'm putting the papers down. Putting papers down. You talk about how what's the driver that I dislike the most? I cannot stand Joey Logano.
Why?
Because he is such. What did we talk about last week? Two-Face. He's such a fake. Kyle Busch said word for word. He goes, "We were in the booth together. We were good. He was giggling and laughing. But when he puts a helmet on, he's a different person, and he is a dick on the track." The video replay. He just sent it. He said, "I guess I'm gonna have to figure this out, and I'm not fast enough, so I'm just gonna bumper cart everyone in the corner and then spin out the 8 by accident." Dude, I cannot stand him, bro. Cannot stand him. It's shortcut racing, like with Danny Hamilton, whatever it was. Short track racing. I can't stand him. Everyone, this is my new dog that we got yesterday from Brooklyn. Her name is Vixen. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, I know. Can you see that here? Good. All right. Continue. Don't worry about the dog being here.
She looks like a Sesame Street character.
Yeah, she does. She's very cute.
Right, Vixen? Vixen,
we're talking about cautions. You want to talk about cautions? There were 16 of them, bro. I wrote every one down. I was going to write them down and talk about it, but I decided not to. So 12 of them were at the end of the 75 laps. There were a lot at the end. They were getting very, very aggressive at the end. Which at first I was like, yay! And I was like, this is too much. I started really liking the long runs. I was like, yes, let's go. And it really looked like short track racing, like Martinsville and Bristol, where it's like, yes, give me some. Who's got the long run? Who's got the short run? Who's making moves? And the 8 was coming.
Yeah.
Then we both text each other at the same time, going, "The 41, bro. The 41's coming."
Oh, then definitely the 41 was coming.
Any cautions you want to talk about? I already talked about the 22. You want to talk about the 3 dumping the 23? Had like 4 laps to go. That was pretty aggressive.
I mean, everyone was dumping everybody.
Did you hear the radio with Freddie Kraft?
Nah.
And
Well,
they're like, "Let's go!" They're making some sounds up.
yeah, they were. Well, when I forget who it was, I think Austin Dillon went behind Martin Truex.
Yeah.
On the choose, and then Bubba moved all the way up to the front row.
That was cool too to see the choose rule being utilized in short tracks because they were like, okay, either I can sit behind. I know the inside is the key, right?
Yeah.
Inside is key, but outside will give me better position. And if I have a chance, I'm doing it. That's what Tony Stewart kept saying. I need to take a chance, and that's what a lot of guys were doing. Hi, you're a sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. What else we got? Anything you want to? I didn't put anything for you. Do you want to talk about any cautions you thought about?
No,
was crazy.
Not at all.
Well, the 34 and the 38 ran out of fuel.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. One tank of fuel the whole race.
Well, the other drivers that were in their race, or they were in the LCQ1,
which means
Christopher Bell didn't run out of gas, and he was with them.
Maybe because he was not in the lead. Why don't you burn more fuel if you're in the lead, or do you burn more fuel when you're chasing? I think you chase, you burn more fuel.
Either way, you're.
Well, you told me about they couldn't refuel for some reason.
Yeah, it was like too much in between or something like that.
Like time or just
yeah.
We need to fix that.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Tony Stewart said, which I wrote down, which is very good, was less give, more take. 65 laps. I was like, yep, that's what they're doing right now. And that's why they were kept dumping each other constantly.
Hey, it only matters who wins. That's it.
That's right.
You lose, don't
With
matter.
all the cautions at the end, I said it. I was texting CJ. I was like, the 18 figured this correction. The 19 figured it out. That's the only reason why he came back around. He goes, all those restarts were just giving him more chances to figure it out.
He drove at Wall. Wall's the same kind of little track.
New Egypt.
So, Wall.
He did Wall too?
New Egypt's dirt. I don't think he did dirt. I think he just did Wall. Wall's asphalt. Did you like the medal ceremony?
No. I wrote that down. That was a total disaster.
I didn't like it either.
First of all, the first place was higher than the second and third, which makes sense. But you never.
I just thought it was.
The reason why you did you have to have second higher than third. You can't have them equal. You know what I mean? They had them equal, and then they turned them around for a photo, so it looked like Kyle Busch was in second, and Austin Dillon was in third.
Yeah,
I didn't like it because then the production didn't even.
They didn't really show it at the end.
No, they rushed it, and then
I didn't like it. I thought it was corny.
That's stupid. I don't like it. Get it out. I don't like it.
Yeah, corny.
Stupid.
Bye.
I did like the fact that when we were talking about that, where Kyle Busch came up and grabbed him between the legs.
Yeah, no, when they were up there, Austin Dillon kept messing with himself.
Dude, that was so funny. I was watching that, right? And when I was watching that, I was like, he put the hose for his air stuff in front of his crotch. And then he looked down because he had a white jumpsuit. And then he was like, oh, that doesn't look good. And looked like he had a giant slog. And then he was like, fuck. And then he put it to the side later on. I was like, dude, the camera is watching him the entire time. On that note, what was the other best thing you saw at the end of the race that kept watching the whole time? Please explain it, because you called me up talking about this. This was hilarious.
The 27 seconds they had of Bubba Wallace drinking
water hard, gulping water,
just staring.
The poor guy was even looking. He wasn't even blinking.
He did not blink one time.
And gulping water.
Yes,
dude.
I was like, what are they doing right now? Yeah, how long are we watching this?
How long is this gonna go?
Why are we watching Bubba drink water?
And
like,
I like you, Bubba,
but why are we just seeing him suck water down?
You like that sound? That's what he was doing for 27 seconds. And the camera was like, yeah, this is good. This is great. This is great. Yeah. Just keep going. More.
Yeah.
It's just his eyes were staring at his steering wheel, and he wasn't even using his hands. He did the water bottle breath on his chest, and he just.
Yep.
Hilarious.
He was thirsty.
Hilarious.
I'll tell you that.
Hilarious, bro.
Thirsty and mad.
All right, we're almost at the end, so we're going to talk about extra comments and questions. I do have a question, though.
Yeah.
It's more of an opinion based. Do you think the drivers, because they were shit talking each other, do you think other drivers go out of the way to listen to the in-car radio?
No. You listen to your spotter and your crew chief.
No. After the race.
Oh, you think they went and listened to what they were saying?
Yeah. If like the 8 was like, yo, what did the 23
No, I think
say?
during the race, they literally will have someone else be like, "Hey,
Yo.
the 10's talking shit about the 42," and then the 42 be like, "Tell that man to shut his mouth, or else I'll put a sausage in it."
What about Smithfield? What about after the race? You think if you were a racer, would you listen to the radio and be like, "What did that guy?"
I
I
don't
feel like
care,
that
because
guy
I'd
says
probably
that.
be talking shit too.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be out there talking shit the whole time.
How'd
I'd
you?
be like, "This 9 need to get out of my way."
Remember when Cody Ware was giving the 9 shit last year?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I was like, wait, what?
Like, dude, what? Sit down, boy.
The Busch commercials were funny. They were a lot better than they were before.
I didn't really pay attention to the commercials.
You didn't?
Nah.
It didn't do the whole Busch.
Nah, I
They
kind of
did
had.
the if you have a bear attack, stand.
Oh, I saw that.
Those
It
are
was
good.
Like, yeah, but I was too focused on our Instagram making posts.
You're doing really good with that, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
it.
anyone listening to this, make sure you look on Eat Sleep NASCAR. Instagram.
Well, I would hope if
TJ does all of it. I don't do nothing.
If you're listening to this, you go on our Instagram and follow that.
Well, just in case.
If you don't,
we talked about Mike Joy knowing Lily everything, which was mind blowing.
Yeah.
I already talked about Gwen Stefani's OCP pants.
I already talked about that.
Hilarious. Oh, the two's interview.
Oh yeah, they're interviewing Austin Cindric, Jamie Little, I think.
No,
I think it was Jamie Little.
No.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so. And she was interviewing her, asking her, and he was like, "Okay, that's it."
No, he was like, he
finished his question, and she was like, "All right, that's it." And he was like,
"No, it was the other way around. I think he was still She said something.
Oh, he had one of those answers where you thought he was going to keep going,
and he just stopped.
And
she was like,
"All right," and she was like, "All right, let's go back to the booth."
It was like a layup that never landed. It was like when you have a conversation, you have to give the other person a chance to like rebuttal.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I feel this, this, and this." And she's like, "Oh, wait, oh, we're done? Okay, we're done. We'll go back to you, Mike."
Yeah.
So after all that, after this whole big heat race, that's why we had to talk a lot about it. What did you think about the race? Do you want to do it next year? No. Do you think it's going to be better next year?
I think they should try a different market.
LA is a huge market, though. It's a good idea, though.
Try something different.
Yeah, I got you.
Try something different.
Maybe they can go somewhere else.
Do a street race in LA.
No. But think about it. The idea is if they can put this race on the way it is.
Well, they were talking about they want to make it a points race.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. It's stupid. Heat races should be no. What they should is to keep the clash, and eventually think about this. Imagine this. Imagine if they go to MetLife Stadium. How crazy would that be?
It's not big enough.
It's big enough. This stadium is a football stadium. That's the whole point of it. That's why it's a quarter track.
I'm pretty sure the inside of the LA Colosseum, it used to host like the Olympics and stuff.
For track and field.
Yeah, so it's bigger.
MetLife Stadium's about to host the World Cup soccer. It can host. It's the same. It's just telling you the idea of a quarter mile track to like football stadiums is going to happen. It's going to be great.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like Lambeau Field.
No.
How crazy would that be?
It's already too small.
Yeah, but that's why it's no points expedition. That's the reason.
Then do a dirt race. Why are you going to make a dirt race a point race?
Well, they shouldn't do Bristol. I don't like how.
Don't do a dirt race. Go to a real dirt track.
Yes, agreed.
All right, next week. Who are you picking for the Super Bowl?
Not the Eagles.
All right, so the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm doing the Eagles. They're going to burn their city either way. So after that, we have Daytona. We probably won't do a podcast next week just because there's no race. Unless there's something comes up, then we'll do it. But we might have to see you after Daytona. Who are you picking for Daytona?
Off the top of my head? It's kind of obvious. Yeah, I'm taking
You're taking Chase?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with Bubba Wallace. I think he's going to get it done this year.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
I'd like to thank Vixen.
Thank you, Vixen, for coming in.
Hanging out with us.
Thank you. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And this is Eat Sleep NASCAR podcast.
Yum, 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 yum,
Yeah, meow, meow, meow. And I hope you guys have a good weekend.
Thank you.